Hey everyone, Lisa here from Forest City Stitching. I hope everyone had a good week. I'm a day late coming to you today or this week because it was a busy day yesterday. Overall, I don't think anything too exciting happened last week. It's really nice weather right now, yesterday included. So yesterday my parents came to visit for an early birthday lunch, and then our plan was to go to IKEA. So we planned on doing that, and my son was not thrilled about doing that, so he got himself invited to a friend's house, which included the movies. So he finagled his way into that invitation. So then it was just my husband and I went to IKEA, which was fine. We got a flat tire on the way, so my husband had to change that on the 401. So that was fun. And now my husband is changing the tire again because he got my flat fixed, patched today. So that we'll be ready to roll for next weekend to go to Stitch North. So I am glad this all happened last weekend or yesterday and not the weekend coming up when I'm on my own. And he's not there to change the flat tire. So hopefully that means everything is well with the car, which I'm sure it is. So that was yesterday. And then so when we got home, I was just exhausted. We purchased at IKEA a couple lamps and a cabinet, were the main things. We did pretty good at not purchasing too many items there. So we still need to put that stuff together. That was our day yesterday. I had a pretty good week of stitching, but I jotted down a few notes of things I didn't want to forget because there was a couple things I forgot last week that I didn't want to forget this week. So talking about my birthday SAL that I am hosting on April 20th, so Saturday, and that I've hashtagged SNB SAL, so Stitch North Birthday SAL. I'm going to start Sing After the Storm by 1897 Schoolhouse Samplers. Wanted to make sure I got the name right. So if you are interested in starting this one or any in the series, feel free to join me. This was the Stitch North piece for last year. And as I mentioned, I just didn't have room in my rotation to get that started last year. So that's the piece I'm going to start for my birthday. Renewing Stitches. She commented on my last video asking if she had seen a couple freebies by 1897 Schoolhouse Samplers, and if those would count towards the stitch along. Of course. And I say stitch along, but it's likely more of us start along. Let's be honest. So so feel free to jump in on that. All right, and then cross stitch the globe. So I found them a couple weeks ago now, I would say. I've heard people talk about them, but I hadn't checked them out. And I was definitely missing out. So if you haven't checked out Cross Stitch the Globe, definitely do so. On the side, some of the recommended YouTube videos. One was, I think, the most expensive charts. Yes. So I watched that one, and then they did one for most expensive kits. And so I was intrigued because I knew I had a kit in my stash that was highly sought after. So I was curious, and it did make the list of one of the most expensive kits. So that kit is this one here. So it is, doesn't even have the name on it, does it? It doesn't have the name. That's so silly. But it is, the name is not coming to me right now. But it is obviously Cinderella's Castle. And yeah, why wouldn't they put the name of the chart on it? Okay, so Cinderella's Castle. You used to be able to buy these at the Disney parks. I probably purchased this like 14 years ago. Yeah, and it was $80 at the time, which obviously was a lot of money for a kit at that time, right? Like 14 years ago. But now it is going on eBay for like $400. So I'm not telling my husband where this is being kept because I'm scared he is going to try to sell it. But I do want to get this started. This is what it looks like at the back. So it's a full kit. Everything's kitted up. That's a little pin of Tinkerbell or button of Tinkerbell. This is 14 count Ada. I don't know. I would maybe switch it out to be a smaller count fabric, maybe. Right, because it's size frame 18 by 24 inches. But I think this will be move up onto my list of starts come like Christmas time when I can start all the things again. Obviously this is a BAP, and unless I finish a BAP this year, which I don't see that happening, I don't have any room to start this. But yeah, this is definitely something I do want to stitch. It's just one of those pieces that I haven't got around to. But I am very glad that I did purchase it when I did. And it's too bad that it's no longer, like, you can no longer buy those shirts in the parks. Maybe Dream Castle? I don't know what it's called. But yeah, that is my sought after chart that I just happened, or kit that I just happened to have in my stash. Yeah, so as I said, go check out Cross Stitch the Globe. So those are the items I didn't want to forget. I'll end with that because that'll work. Okay, stitching. I was hoping to have what projects I was going to take with me to Stitch North ready. I will just mention it, what I think I'm going to take. Isabella's Heart. My two big charts by Maximum Cross Stitch. So Friendship Sampler and There's Always Room, because those are, they live together. So, and my Stitch North 2022 sampler. And then in that bag is also some other smaller kind of Stitch North pieces. So that's 4. Yeah. And then I'm going to start the 1897 Schoolhouse Sampler piece. That's 5. Usually I like to have like 6 or 7 just for variety. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. So sorry I don't have those prepared to show. But I am starting to feel like this week is going to fly by before we get on the road on Thursday. Okay, what did I stitch on? Well, first let's show you Frosty, because I forgot Frosty last week. So Frosty by Autumn Lane Stitchery. So he finished up any open spaces in his hat. Feline Love came out for a little bit. Worked mainly on the kitty cats there in the window. That's how that's looking. Royal Garden. So this was the stitch along last year for Fox and Rabbit. I am 100% only doing the first release, which is already, I think, going to be counted as a medium whip with just the first release. But that's how that is coming along, and I'm doing it 1/1 on 28 count with Leo and Roxy. So the 3 colors I need for this is Merlot, Asparagus, and Smoke. So Smoke's going to be like the vase or the urn. But that's what those colors look like. And then Under the Sea came back out. That's how that's looking. I needed it for fish, so I added in those fish there. Frosted Pumpkin just released a new Arctic Animals chart. I think you could buy the pattern starting today for a stitch along. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to start it anytime soon. So it's a discounted price now until the first release. But I might just wait, see what it looks like, and then decide to purchase it or not. That's what I did with this one. Fruits of Plenty was put onto scroll rods on my frame. It lives on scroll rods now, but it was put onto my frame for about 600 stitches and worked in there. So that's how that one's looking. It's a lot more manageable. The smaller rods. And then I had a finish yesterday. It's also part of my whip go. So I finished the Roosters and Hens by Little House Needleworks. I know those chickens don't necessarily show up super great, but that's fine. I'm going to do this finish on, I have those, Priscilla did her finish of this piece on a little box, like a little egg box, for lack of a better term. And I have a couple of those that I got from Michael's. So I left off the border. I'll show you the pattern in a minute. I left off the border, and obviously I'll finish that nicer, but it'll be that size on the little egg box. So that one is done. It was a whipped cookies. So this is the pattern. See, I left off this border here. What I was thinking of doing with this is doing like a kit, pass the kit stash pass. Is that what it's called? Because you don't need a whole lot of the threads to stitch this up. I'm not going to send all of these skeins because you wouldn't need all of these skeins. But I think probably approximately one length of each would be enough to do this pattern. So I am going to kit that up with this pattern. So if you are interested in that share that I have, put in the comments below rooster. So ROOSTER. And I will choose at random someone to pass this to with what I believe will be enough threads. So you'll need to find your own fabric, but that won't be too hard. Yeah, so put rooster in the comments below. Please be 18. Please don't say giveaway or any of those words that might make the trolls come. Oh, I forgot to bring up my piece for stitches and pages. But I did work on that a little bit this weekend. And yeah. So the drawing for this will be in my next video. Likely I'll do one Sunday afternoon when I get home from Stitch North, but just in case I'm too whipped to do that. Also, there might be some birthday celebrations once I get home too. So that might not happen on the Sunday night, but yeah, as soon as I do my next video, we will do the draw for that. All right, so that's everything. So if you're going to Stitch North weekend 1, leave me a comment, let me know. Hopefully we'll see each other. But yeah, it's coming up quick. I was finalizing plans with Karen, the owl stitcher, today. So we are all set to get on the road Thursday afternoon. And yeah, I think I covered everything this week. All right, so, and if you want to participate in my birthday sale, let me know what you might be stitching and use the hashtag SNBDaySal. All right, talk to you guys in a week or so.